GC Gamer here, and this is another episode of Football Manager 2016 Up the Pompey. And we have played a couple of months since our last update, and it's gone pretty well to say the least. We have had an unbelievable 2 months with a little blip at the end, as you may be able to see. Starting off since the last update with a 0-0 draw at Bristol Rovers. We went on to play against Yeovil, got a win back on the winning ways with Sana and Matt Tubbs getting the goals. Moving on, we got a draw, 1-1 draw with Cambridge. We scored in the first minute and they got one back. Finished 1-1. The Exeter game was a good game. Jake Forster-Karski coming on and getting a goal, and Reece Healy getting a goal as well. Now, Reece Healy, who is he? You may be asking. Well, I'm going to have a quick look at our transfers in a few seconds so you can see who that is. And you will be able to see something devastating happening, which is this injury to Sana. Now, Sana has been out since the beginning of March with some fractured ribs. It's been a bit of a miss, I have to admit, and he's come back just recently to light training, shall we say, and hopefully he'll be back in the team soon. So that was the Exeter game, where we won 2-0, but that was a bit of a blip on that game. We continued our winning ways with a win against Stevenage, a 1-0 win with Reece Healy getting the goal and then becoming injured. So this guy scored twice in a row and then got injured. Bit of annoyance there, let's say. Then we got two 1-1 draws in a row. Newport County with Jake Forster-Karski getting the goal, and Mansfield. Again, Forster-Karski scoring again, doing well for Sana since he's come into the lineup. And we'll see another injury for Danny Hollands and a red card for James Dunn. Notts County, Roberts got 2 against Notts County, and he got 2 again against AFC Wimbledon. And I'm going to show you this game in a few minutes because it was an absolutely amazing game. At the time we were 6th in the league, they were 7th in the league, and we destroyed them 4-0 away from home. We then beat Carlisle 1-0 with a Bruninho goal. Funny story, again I had taken Bruninho out of the team and started Kyle Bennett, as you can see. This is usually where Bruninho has been playing. He comes off the bench and he scores a goal. Every time I take him out of the team, he seems to come back and show us why he's been in the first team. And then we got our first loss in a long time. We just played this game, literally I played it 5 minutes ago, and lost 1-0. A bit disappointing here because we were the better team throughout and they got 1 goal, whereas we had about 15 shots on target and didn't score. So you may have seen a few names up here like Philippe Melo and a few others. I'm just going to show you the transfers very quickly. So the transfers here, you'll see that Reece Healy and Philippe Melo both came in on loan. Now Healy came in for a reason that I'll show you in a second, and Philippe Melo because of the injury to Danny Hollands and red card to James Dunn in the same match as you saw earlier. So he came in on loan, and he's actually a decent player for most Sky Bet championship sides, so he could do very well for us. He's had a bit of a mixed result since he's been here. If we look at his reports and form, he's got some very good games, and then suddenly he had a terrible game against Dagenham and Redbridge. So he's one that I'm actually looking into signing, because at the moment they're only asking... Ooh, what are they asking? Earlier they were asking for 250k. Don't know if they're still asking that or not. Let's have a look. Let's see if I make that offer. Oh, there you go, 230k. So yeah, I'm going to actually make that offer and see if I can get him now on a contract to join us at the end of the season. Now you might have noticed Alessandro Del Piero has left the club. To be honest, I was sick of him. Absolutely sick of the lad. He came in, I thought he could be the saviour. He could be the person to bring Pompey up the leagues. But I guess I got caught in that Pompey trap, right? Pompey were always looking for big name players. Sometimes they're a bit past their best. Came in on big wages and didn't really do anything. Interesting to see as well that since he's moved, he's played once, scored once, but only an average rating of 6. Interesting. So yeah, he Del Piero leaves. Good riddance, really. Played 11 games, 6.44 rating. It's pretty terrible throughout, to be honest. Um, didn't get a goal, um, although he did in the cups, and got 1 assist only in 11 games. Pretty poor for a striker of his quality. I was glad to get 10k for him, to be honest. I had 34 offers. I only offered him out for 10k. I didn't even try higher because I just wanted rid of him. You might have also seen when we went to Transfer Centre, George Tukadian comes in 210k, and he's going to come in June for the next season. Now, last game we were looking at him. Sorry, last episode we were looking at him, and I basically said that he's the type of player that I really want to lead the line. You can see he's better rated than Tubbs, Bennett, Del Piero was only a little bit higher rated than him, and it's nice that we've got a striker. So whether we get promoted or not, I really think he could make a big difference. A little bit better than Tubbs in most aspects, to be honest, and somebody who could really be, that extra push that you might need up front sometimes. Plays an advanced forward, which is perfect for our tactics. Let's have a quick look at Reece Healy. So he came in, he's been playing pretty well, but like I said, he got injured. He's just getting back to match fitness, really. He is a young player with a lot of potential. Like I said, he scored 2 goals already for us, and he's definitely going to be competition for Matty Tubbs up front this season. And then next season, when we get George Tukadian in, if we can get this guy on loan again, he could be a decent third choice striker. So, as you can see, there's not many games left of the season. 5 games left. At the moment, things are looking decent, but I still think that we might be able to push on to get an automatic promotion spot. We're only 3 points away from Luton, 7 points away from Hartlepool, and I really want to try and push for that at least 3rd place, to be honest. I don't want to go through the gamble of the playoffs here. We are a decent way above the end of the playoff spots. We're 7 points above Newport County, which is, it's nice to see that, we've got a bit of a buffer if things do not go our way, start going south, basically. But I'm really confident that we can, with the form we've been showing, and with the players we have, and with some of those injuries coming back, I really think we can push up and get a few more goals. So like I mentioned before, Sana's been injured, Danny Hollands has been injured, but Sana's coming back. Holland still has a few weeks, 4 weeks left. But the big one that literally just happened just before I started this is Brian Murphy's out for 4 to 5 weeks. Brian Murphy is by far our best goalkeeper. Paul Jones will be our second choice, and he'll come in for Murphy. So, other than that, there was a little bit of good news. Firstly, I previously had gone on a coaching course, and I passed my coaching course, so I've got a Continental C license. Now, for the video, I'm going to see if I can get another coaching course, and of course they agree. Quite often, teams do agree unless they're really stuck for finances. The second thing I would just want to show you quickly, based on our manager GC, is that let's see. There you go. Portsmouth proposed new contract talks. Now I tried to get them to give me a 2-year contract, but they would only give me a 1-year contract. So they've offered me a new 1-year contract. I've accepted. The chairman's delighted. I'm delighted, and also one of our players, Kyle Bennett, was delighted that I signed a new contract. I'm not sure why, because he hasn't really been playing recently. Um, but maybe that's why I gave him that start, because after he said that, I gave him that start against Carlisle. As you can see, he played terrible. Bonino came on, scored the goal. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't listen to Carl Bennett. Yeah, so we've got, like I said, 5 games, 3 home, 2 away. A few decent games in there that will be hard. Wickham and Hartlepool in particular. If we look at the league, um, Hartlepool second, Wickham sixth. They're going to be the harder of our games that we have left. We have Plymouth, York, and Northampton are the other games. Plymouth, our first game, they are in 11th. York find themselves towards the top of the league, but 12th still. And Northampton should be, on paper, our easiest game, and they're pretty comfortable. They're out of the relegation spots, but they're not doing so well. So what I'm going to do is that I'm quickly going to show you the best game so far this season, which was the 4-0 win that we had against AFC Wimbledon. Before I do that, just a quick note, Philippe Melo would not accept my contract offer, and the other thing to note was the youth candidates that you might have seen a news item for earlier were absolutely shocking, so I'll go back in for Philippe Melo next time. Other than that, the youth candidates were terrible. I hope you enjoyed this quick view of the goals from the 4-0 win against AFC Wimbledon. So the first goal is undoubtedly the goal of the season. We take a corner and there's some quick interplay across midfield. We switch it from one side to another. Foster Karski plays out wide and first time volley by Adam Chickson, and it goes in the top right hand corner. Don't believe he meant it, but still, what a goal. Moving on, again some quick interplay in midfield, out to Chickson who's involved again, and it's an easy tap in for Paul Coote's first goal for Portsmouth FC. Chickson's involved again, but not too much in this one. Tubbs tries to close down the defenders, and the ball eventually gets played back to the keeper. However, we don't give up, get the ball back. Good interplay in midfield once again, and our midfield play has been absolutely excellent all season. Good passing and moving. Eventually we go for a bit more of a direct route, pass it to Roberts, through ball, down the line. He gets past the defender, slots it in with his left foot. Final goal was a penalty. Now it's a shame you didn't see the penalty incident, but basically there was a nothing ball into the box and the ref called a foul for a push. So, I hope you enjoyed that quick glimpse of our best game of the season. Please like, comment and subscribe for more Football Manager 2016 Up the Pompey action.